occasion. To begin this morning's opening ceremony, I'm delighted to welcome Mr. Ishan Palit, Chief Operating Officer and member of the Board of Management of TÜV SÜD AG, on stage to deliver his welcome address. Ishan, please.
Deputy Prime Minister Heng Swee Keat, Dr. Norbert Riedel, Your Excellency Ambassador of Germany, Minister Tan, friends, colleagues, and members of the media, thank you for joining us here today. I can tell you that we were very nervous about this occasion yesterday because of the restrictions that are coming around and the uncertainty caused by COVID. And this morning I got up and the first thing I did was do one of the ART tests to make sure that I was the ones that were delivered in my mailbox. Thank you very much. So I am negative. Yeah. Because of the situation with COVID and the limitations on the number of people that we could have here, we are joined today by, I think, more than 300 people virtually. Colleagues, friends, staff from all over the world. And I want to welcome all of them as well who are joining us there. Hi, everybody. I'm glad you could be with us today. Yeah. Also, people in this building, by the way, were not able to join us physically and can join us only virtually. Today I'm joined by my colleague, Matthias Rapp, the CFO and a member of Board of Management here physically. He flew in yesterday. Also quite nerve-wracking, not sure, doing a lot of testing. So I'm glad you're here, Matthias. And we have, unfortunately, our other colleague, Professor Axel Stepkin, was not able to make it because he had close contact who tested positive. And therefore, at 6 a.m. before his flight at 9 a.m., he canceled his trip. So that was... But he is going to join us virtually and will be here in spirit, if not in body. So, yeah. There he is. Oh, 4 a.m. Good morning, Professor Stepkin.
Good morning.
Yeah. So, so I'm very glad that he could be here because it is very early in the morning and he's looking absolutely fresh. So that's wonderful. I'll just take a few minutes and talk about, TÜV SÜD in Singapore. So TÜV SÜD has been in Singapore since the early 2000s, but our big step in Singapore was when we purchased the PSB, which was the Productivity and Standards Board of Singapore, which had been corporatized. So we purchased that in 2006, and that gave us a significant presence here. I personally moved to Singapore in 2010. I've loved it ever since. We can see that, there are three of us who are on the board of management of this company that has 25,000 people and 2.5 billion euros in revenue. Matthias, myself, and Axel. And 1/3 of us is in Singapore. So that says a lot about how much we value Singapore, how much we value our partnership here, how much we value the support that we get from the institutions in Singapore, from EDB, from all our cooperation that we have. It has been a tremendously positive experience and journey, personally as well as professionally. Besides the fact that we've got a member of the board here, we also have a global division with Holger Lindner, who runs our product service division based in Singapore. We have digital COE, which is run by Andreas Hauser, and that is based in Singapore. It's one of two global COEs. We might have another one in the US soon, but then they would be part of maybe one of 3. So we do work here in Singapore that benefits our entire global network. And we do it here because we have very talented people and a very positive innovation environment, which then gives us a chance to develop products and services that we can roll out in Singapore, help Singapore in its Smart Nation initiatives, but also take to other parts of the world. An example of that, of course, is CD, which was done with EDB and now with the World Economic Forum. We also see that the TÜV SÜD Octagon, which you can pretty much see everywhere, is become a certification mark that has a tremendous value, not just in Singapore, but all throughout ASEAN and all throughout Asia Pacific. And what we are doing in Singapore is enabling our customers and various different sectors to digitize, to embrace technological change, and do so with confidence. And then the society that is then their customers can also embrace this change with a certain degree of confidence. And that is certainly one of the most important things that have developed as a result of our presence here. Coming to this building for a second, we had 3 specific goals. If you saw that little video that we did, it was quite amazing because we used to have an EMC chamber on this site, and there was an old building. So we tore down the old building, kept the EMC chamber. That EMC chamber, EMC is electromagnetic compatibility. That EMC chamber continued to function right throughout the construction, and we built this building around it. And when we go on our tour, we'll see one of the chambers, not the one that was standing, but another one. And so one of our main purposes of this building is to serve our customers. 70% of this building is labs. And Singapore and the whole of ASEAN always relied on PSB Corporation and subsequently TÜV SÜD to provide the support to test building facades, electrical safety, mechanical safety. When there is a failure of a rail, a track, or a Ferris wheel, we are asked to do failure analysis. So testing is really very, very significant and part of our core purpose of being here. And so 70% of this building is testing and labs. And that is a commitment to our customers to give them state-of-the-art facilities with state-of-the-art equipment. The second big purpose of this building was for our employees. So we've got 600 odd employees, and we wanted to give them a place to work which was nice, which was collaborative, which they felt excited to be here. I must admit that the pandemic sort of messed that up a little bit, so we've not been able to enjoy it as much as we would have liked to. But we've got a huge, I think we've got 50 meeting rooms in this building. We've got flexi-desking. We don't have any doors to our offices. Holger laughs because he's a very loud person, and he's right down the hall from me, and he's always loud. But so it was really fantastic that we've got a situation where everybody can collaborate, can be together. At Science Park, I saw Richard once a month. Here, I see him once an hour. So it's really different, and it's a wonderful atmosphere to be in. And so we did this for our employees. And the third reason, I think, is to also showcase our capabilities and technology. So when we go for our tours, you'll see that we've used smart elevators, we've used sensors for lighting, we've used sensors for air conditioning. We tested all the material, the facade, the glass, the metal, all the material that we used in this facility, we tested it. So this gives confidence that we not just tell people how to do it, we practice what we preach. I think earlier this week, I did a post on LinkedIn, and there I said, TÜV SÜD, everything that we do is about making our society more sustainable. Everything. So whether it is enabling our customers to be safer, to increase security, to increase environmental friendliness, to increase efficiency, to increase productivity, all of it, everything, our purpose for existence is to make society more sustainable. That's why I've worked for this company for 27 years. And that's why I continue to be absolutely excited, because I think that I'm doing something with purpose. And this building is a testimony to that existence of TÜV SÜD. And I don't mean to be melodramatic, but that is really the way I've always felt. So, finally, I want to say that this particular occasion is very meaningful for us. I'm very glad that all of you were able to take time out of your busy schedules. And now, if you can turn on Professor Stepkin's camera. Dr. Stepkin, I'm really sad that you could not be here, but I'm really happy that you're here on camera. By the way, I mean, 15 years ago, in 2006, Professor Stepkin was the board member responsible for Asia, and he actually initiated all the discussions that enabled us then to actually acquire PSB and then have this wonderful history that we now have with Singapore. So, Professor Stepkin, I hand it over to you, and if you could address us, that would be great. Thank you.